Hi everyone, it's Happymailqueen. I'm back to do a tutorial. On my last video, a couple of you had asked how I put together the pillow boxes that I made. So I thought I'd just come on today and just do a very quick tutorial so that you guys know how to put it together. It's really easy, but anyway, this is the latest pillow box that I made. So I use the Gilded Berry, which is the beautiful, elegant paper that you can get the paper pad from Michael's. And I just used one of my bow dies. I don't remember where I got this bow die. Could be from Allie. This time I just I didn't put a tag. I just used some twine. I hung this Alina Craft little charm, really cute. Some jingle bells and a pom-pom trim right there. And I cut this out of the paper. I did use an Alina Craft circle die. I'll leave the links down to the products that I used. And then this other gold circle is, it's another circle die of mine, but it fit better than the Alina Craft to layer. It's just for layering. So anyway, I'll leave that link down too. I think it's a Sizzix die if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, the only thing different that I did here also, well, not the only thing, but I also used this decorative handle, little handle reinforcer, if you will, on my pillow box this time. So let me just show you the die. So this is the die right here. And this is the little handle reinforcer. It also gives it a pretty scallop edge, so you would basically just layer that on top right here. These layering pieces, in case you were wondering, these layer here after you put the box together. It will fit to just give another decorative edge. And then this says sweets on it. If you want to create a tag, you can do that. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and take out our paper and we'll cut it down to size. I've also brought my Cuttlebug because another one of you guys asked, will it fit inside a Cuttlebug? This is an old Cuttlebug. This was my very first manual die cutting machine. So I pulled it out just to show you that it should fit in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The paper I chose for this project is one of the pattern paper from the Holiday Ballet paper pad. This is a Hot Buys paper from Michael's. You want to cut this down to 7.5 inches. So make sure that your pattern is upright, just like I'm showing you here. So we're cutting this down to 7.5 inches. Then you want to turn your paper 180 degrees, and you're going to cut at 6 inches. So you're going to have two pieces of paper here, which measures 6 by 7.5 inch. I will be using the Cuttlebug to do my die cutting. One of you guys asked if it fits through the Cuttlebug, and it does. I'm taking my A plate, followed by the C plate on top, and your die with the cutting surface up. Then you want your patterned paper, flip it, and then your C plate, or B plate, I'm sorry, and run it through your Cuttlebug, and it should cut perfectly. Okay, you want to cut two pieces of this, so you're going to glue it together. And here's my second piece right here. You also want to cut the handle reinforcer, and I've cut that using some foiled cardstock. I like to use Helmar glue or Fabri-Tac to adhere the two pieces together. I also use my Nuvo adhesive because it has a fine tip. It's easier for the handle reinforcer. Okay, so then you want to glue the bottom parts together. So what I'm going to do is just fold at the score line. That's the bottom piece. And then the other piece, we're going to actually cut that little flap off. So go ahead and put your glue on one of the flaps right here. Then you're also going to put some glue on the handle. And make sure you don't put any below the score line. And then you are just going to hold it by the handle here and line up the bottom edge with the dotted line. Okay, and make sure the top and the handle is lined up as well. Then you want to take your bone folder and just burnish it so that it is nice and adhered. Once you've glued the bottom and top part, just make sure that you do open it, just to make sure that you can open it and that you didn't, you know, completely glue it together. And that's all I'm doing here. Just putting my bone folder inside there so that just to check that the glue is where it should be. And then I just cut this bottom flap here because I don't need it. I don't know if other people just fold it over and glue that for reinforcement, but I don't. I just cut that off. Then you want to just make sure you fold your sides. And what I do is I kind of squeeze it and then start from the middle. I fold starting from the middle and then to the outer sides, if that makes sense. So again, I kind of squeeze it and then fold starting from the middle to the outer sides. And I just find that, you know, this is the best way to fold the sides when you're dealing with a pillow box, so that it doesn't, you know, get all bent out of shape. Then you want to go ahead and glue the handle layers here. So that's where I use my Nuvo drops or Nuvo adhesives because it does have a fine tip and it's just easier. So I find that when I do projects, I don't just use one glue. I kind of switch off just depending on what I'm gluing, because you do need a fine tip for smaller pieces. So that's what I just tend to do. So I'm gluing now the back handle. And we're practically almost done here. Basically, the next step is you can put a bow, you can put your twine. So here I'm just getting some twine that I think I purchased this from Target. And I put a little glue at the end before I cut it, just so it doesn't unravel, because it is baker's twine and it will unravel. So I put a little glue and then I cut it in the middle so that, again, it doesn't unravel. Then you want to just go ahead and put that on your handle. And I decide I'm going to put pom-poms on the tips of the baker's twine. And so I usually use my tweezers for this process because I don't want to burn my fingers, because I'm putting hot glue on the pom-pom, and then I'm picking it up and sticking the whole thing inside and just holding it, kind of sandwiching, I guess, the twine inside the pom-poms. Okay, and then just be careful because, you know, if you're using hot glue, you don't want to burn yourself. So make sure you give yourself plenty of time for it to dry before you handle it. Then I'm going to go ahead and just put a charm. I'm trying to determine what charm I'm going to use. And I decide I'm going to just put this stocking charm from Alina Craft. And that's it. That is the pillow box. I hope you guys liked the tutorial. Oh, and one more thing, we forgot to put the bow. So this is a bow that I had pre-made, and you can put whatever bow you want. I just put hot glue again and just put it a little bit below, about a 1/4 inch maybe, below the folded top of the pillow box there. And just make sure that is nice and glued down. And then I just put another pom-pom in the middle because I just love this tinsel pom-pom. It just makes it very festive. And that's it. That is how you put this together. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. And please leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. Stay tuned because I will be putting up another video for Alina Craft, and make sure you don't miss that. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.